Good morning, lovely people, ladies and gents. How is
Good
it?
morning.
Good morning,
I heard that it is a good morning. Can you believe it's snow outside?
man.
Y'all got snow again?
Man, listen, yesterday we didn't.
I woke up to that. I couldn't believe it.
Would you say what
I
is
was
it?
outside in shorts and t-shirt.
Oh, what's the
So
weather down
we
that
don't
way?
care.
What's the weather that way?
Today, right now, it's like 40 something. It's supposed to get up to like 55, but yesterday it was 71. The other day it was 71.
Well, that's not bad because we was good. We were good here. But then all of a
Hmm.
sudden it was like a picture of a snow globe. Like, what the heck are we doing here? What's
Now,
happening?
this time last week, yeah, it was cold. Like all last week, it was like this. It was warmer there than it was here
Oh, that's nuts.
all last week. Yeah.
Hey, I got some hot topics for you that's really gonna crack you up.
Okay. Okay.
Gut was it's funny. To me, it's funny. A lot of it is funny. I'm not gonna get into the politics right off the bat. We're gonna give the people a little bit of time to kind of hmm, digest some things. Let's
Okay.
say, okay, I don't want to start no trouble down these ways. Okay,
All right.
excuse me. We're gonna talk about Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. I'm sorry, let me get that correct.
Right. 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 Because it doesn't serve
Kentucky
chicken.
Fried. Your
It,
mama named you Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm gonna call you Kentucky
It,
Fried Chicken.
it's
there's no
right.
chicken there. That's why they can't
Right.
name it Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's why
Let
they
me see
changed
my
the name
notes.
to KFC.
Oh
Let me go this
Lord.
way. Let's go that way. Let me put that up there allegedly just to save my seat.
Yeah, allegedly.
Well, here's what's interesting. KFC, as we know, Kentucky Fried Chicken headquarters is moving to Texas.
Why?
Silent. Exactly. Like, okay, so what is happening?
The Colonel is turning over in his grave. I'm telling you right now.
Hey,
Baby, Colonel is like, what you mean Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC, which stands for Kentucky Fried whatever, uh, is
whatever is the word.
in Texas. What y'all gonna do?
I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna continue to eat it where I live.
You eating it?
Well, what's the matter? Y'all tell me so I because
Nate, talk to her for a sec.
Well,
I'm
it
slowly
ain't
but surely
chicken.
pulling back from meat.
It's not chicken. They had to change their name because there's no chicken there. I haven't eaten it, in a long time. But every now and then I'll still sing the best song, we fall down, and I'll grab a bite, but it's not chicken there. That's why they had to change their name officially from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC. It's not chicken, and it's so far from chicken that they can't even call it chicken.
What is it then? Pterodactyl? I mean, what?
Your
Like,
guess is good as mine. You get your guess is good as mine. But all of these spots, I mean, shoot, what's the crack house? Cars always lined up in there. You know exactly what I'm talking about. What's the chicken spot? Chick-fil-A.
oh,
They
Chick-fil-A.
that is like the
Did you
worst of
say
it.
the crack house?
Oh,
Wait
it's
a minute.
always, man. You can't tell me you rolled past and seen it other than Sunday,
Oh,
not
yeah.
packed. It's always
Always.
packed. That one in the Popeyes allegedly. Those the things that they give those chicken sandwiches are the worst,
I don't need
but they
Popeyes
taste kind of
anymore.
good. Hey, I've been known to stop and get a sandwich on occasions, but I don't go there all the time. Sometimes you just gotta have whatever it is that it made. Put the right sauces on it, it'll be all right.
No, they serve a pterodactyl in these chicken spots.
Hey, hey, they legally had to change their names about 20 years ago. To when they
Yeah, I
changed
remember
their
when
name
they
to
changed it.
the KFC is because they couldn't have the word chicken in their name and not serve chicken. So this has been a long time.
But it's chicken bones, like the wings and the.
Apparently not.
Well, what kind of
Apparently
bird
not.
they giving us then if it's not chicken?
Hey,
I
hey,
mean,
hey, hey. I'm just people want to know. I'm just telling the people what I know. You know, on the rare occasion, I might not know what I'm talking about. But I don't think this is one of those rare occasions.
okay, wait a
It's not.
minute. We got to cover
Yeah.
ourselves. You see that word right there, y'all, on the screen? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's
The
what we're
views
going to keep
expressed
saying.
by Nate the
Allegedly.
Agitator. The views expressed by Nate the Agitator are those of Nate the Agitator and cannot be used against him in a court of law.
There you go.
But I mean, ask the people in the room, our guests. They've heard that KFC's they've changed their name because they don't serve chicken.
Alrighty then. Now that's another spot that's crossed off my list.
Hey,
Place to eat.
That and the Taco Bells.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from your kiddo Taco Bell.
well, I mean,
I'm trying. I'm trying.
hey, I like I still visit there. I visit there more than most of them. You know,
Exactly.
it's quick. It's I don't know. It helps me with my let's say the digestive tract. It cleans me out.
What at the Taco Bell?
Yeah, it do.
Well, see, here's the thing.
If you constipated, just eat Taco Bell.
Here's the thing. Taco Bell
Time
does
out,
what? Go
Mel. Is that your left hand?
man, come on, let's do the show, please. Don't worry about that. Do the show. Go. No, just you don't pay attention. Anyway, um, back to the show. Taco Bell doesn't do it for me. I used to like Taco Bell like back in the day in my college years, and then it started tasting nasty the last maybe 2 to 3 years. And then once it started tasting really, really weird, I said, what is in this? And then I saw that the FDA approved so much of horse meat. Now
Oh hell.
I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying what I'm saying. Y'all better look it up for yourselves. But I found
Now
something.
yeah, I got the cross Taco Bell off my list. Look,
Listen,
I'm just a
girl,
diva.
check it out for yourself, though. Check it out for yourself. But this is what I will say. Now that I'm looking at these blue lights, I was doing some like what Rugal do. Rugal kind of like just navigate things, come across stuff, and then he'll be like, "Hey, did you know?" Well, I'm gonna say a "Do you know?" I was listening to this guy speak, and he was talking about like the chips, and that they decided to put in people a long time ago. They was trying to monitor people and figure out what you think before you used to have to put electrodes on. I know I'm hopping all over, but I want to put this out, and I'm gonna try to do it real, real fast so they don't flag me. Well, that blue light, you know how that blue light that we have, that blue light, and they said it's on Meta, and they say it's also on Google, where they can kind of control your mind and control what you see. And I believe that, and the reason I do is because you ever think about something and you're like, hold on a minute, they be like, oh, they listening to us, and then it pops up in your ads.
Yep.
Let's shop talk. Like,
Listen,
go ahead.
it happened last week. I was I was my phone was in my room charging. I was in the living room watching TV and I was sitting there just thinking about something. I come get my phone, go back in the living room, first ad on there. I was like, but my phone was in the room. I didn't say no.
I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about a movie. Samuel L. Jackson was in, and the name of the movie was Something on a Plane. So everybody know what that something is. That's all I've been seeing in my feeds, and those little reels that come up on Facebook is all I've been seeing is those videos, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, it's
Why you say
constantly,
something?
huh?
Why you say something instead of just saying the title of the movie?
Because it'll come up on everyone else's feed if I start saying it.
Oh.
Because they're
Well,
listening.
guess what? You said the actor's name, and then you said the majority of the
Okay,
title.
well you're right. You're absolutely right. Snakes on the plane. I get a whole thing about a bunch of snakes.
Well, you ain't even have to say it because I knew what it was. When you
Everyone
said
knew,
it,
but Nikki wanted to put Nick the voice want to pull it out. So you blame her and not me when your feed is full of snakes and pythons and all that stuff.
Oh, my feed been full of snakes. I get tired of seeing snakes and alligators.
Yeah, man. I'm like, what? Well, I was
And
talking
them
about
other
it.
folks playing with them alligators. Y'all keep
Hey,
it up.
I was talking about it, and it picked it up, and that's all of my little Facebook feeds in the bottom and stuff. Just and it just scares me the most because the snakes they be catching in 40 foot. I'm like, no, man, no, I'm not going past Tennessee, never.
Let's put this up. Let's put this up for the viewership. What's up, good people? And they.
You
She's
gotta love her.
unfriended.
You gotta love her.
She's unfriended.
Whatever.
That's something that I picked up and I was reading. I said, because they figured that we weren't going to get chipped. Who's doing that? And then, as we talked about 2 weeks ago, Nate, you actually brought it up. You were saying, yeah, they can monitor you like with these watches and stuff, the Apple watches and things like that if you wear it.
Yeah.
So there's well, actually you can because you count the steps, you do everything. That's why I don't
Everything.
understand how people missing. How are people missing?
Exactly.
Hey, yeah.
You could track us through everything, track us through our phone, track us through everything, but you can't find missing people. Like, make it make sense. And guess what? I'm gonna say, put it out there right now. I don't give y'all permission to be tracking me no dang on way.
You don't give them no
Hey.
permission.
No,
I figured my dad
because
always
I
used
might
to
be
tell me.
somewhere I ain't got no business, and they don't need to know that.
All right, go ahead. Wait, I want to hear what Nate's
My
dad
dad
said.
always tell me, "Hey, man, they see you everywhere. If you ain't got nothing, if you ain't doing nothing bad, you ain't got nothing to hide. So hey, I just try not to live my life recklessly.
Listen,
Yeah, I was
you
there.
remember that movie Enemy of the State, right?
Good movie.
See, these
That could
y'all
be
movie stars. I don't even
Shop
know.
Talk's movie of the week.
It better be something positive.
You've never seen Enemy of the State?
You
Yeah,
know, I
man.
watch
Will
movies
Smith?
like that.
You have
Well,
to
Will
see it
Smith.
because it's actually what's going on right now.
That's
Mm.
why.
That's huh?
Okay, that's probably why I didn't find it interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's something that needs to watch.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. You
let
got
me
to
see.
see
You
it
like
because
Minority Report? My Minority Report.
What is that? That's a movie too.
ooh,
Oh,
that's an old
never,
movie
never
with
mind.
Keanu
Let's
Reeves.
Okay, let's look at it like this. I would have to schedule a movie in because I'm gonna tell you why. I can go to the movies. I've always been this way too. If I go to a movie, 10 minutes tops. Unless I'm eating. If I'm eating, I'll be awake. 10 minutes top, I'm out. That's like rest time.
wow.
So, but the one movie I did watch was Black Panther.
Panther. Yep, we was all in the row together,
Yeah, Black Panther. So, and that's when Shop Talk with Mel, we were giving out movie passes.
and that's when Nick became part of Shop Talk with
He
Bill because I
did.
won
She
that.
won.
I won
Yep,
that challenge, and
yep,
it's
she
been on
won.
ever
She was a
since.
listener. Nick was a listener. You guys probably didn't know that. Nick was a listener. Hmm. How
Nick was
about that?
also in her play.
How
Yeah,
long?
I know her from that, but she was actually a listener before she actually came on. But I didn't know. What are you thinking about? Whom what?
I'm like, how long? You've only been on. How long ago was the first Black Panther?
Uh,
2018.
That's the first one.
uh,
Okay, I thought you guys have been on since 2014.
well, here's what 2014 is when I met her.
Oh,
I did a play, how the
now
wife
it's coming
becomes,
together.
yeah, how the wife becomes the other woman, and she was Sister Betty.
Oh,
Speaking of that,
Boom.
okay, speaking of Sister Betty, you want to let the people know, Nick, or you want me to go ahead and do it?
I was informed last night that today, if you listen to Start 94.7, and if you are not in the area, it is what 947-star.com.
Yep.
Between 3 and 5, we the radio station is doing something different, and they're dedicating things to podcasts. And the show is called The Pivot from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. And the first podcast they're featuring is our audio drama that we did some years back, based on the book and the play How the Wife Becomes the Other Woman by yours truly, Mel Ross. And Sister Betty is featured today. So y'all go ahead and listen to your girl.
go ahead, ballers. Hey,
Go
hey, hey, hey! I'm gonna be in the audience like them my cousins, them my cousins.
ahead.
Did my
Yeah, so
cousin.
that's what's going on. If you are local in the area, as she stated, Star 94.7, turn that radio down. We are doing something a little bit different, and it is the pivot, baby. The pivot where you will have, like I said, there are featured, like she said, there's featured podcasts, different people who have podcasts who wanted to be a part of this pivot, which kind of opens up radio. And the reason that to us at Star 94.7, the reason that's important is that is so weird. Sorry, guys. The reason that that's so important is because if this is my thoughts with, oh, you're making me go to politics with the tariffs and everything that's going on, these people going to be on some get back. And we know who runs the internet. And if they decide to pull the plug, poof, just like that, Instagram gone, you're no longer a model.
Wait a minute. My OnlyFans is in jeopardy?
Let me tell you, I'm just saying what I'm saying, and I'm saying what I'm saying.
I just clipped my toenails.
You crazy.
Speaking of that.
So that's what's going on. We're pulling people because all the streaming, think about it. If something happens to the streaming, there's a lot of people whose voices cut off. But when you're dealing with broadcasting locally, you can actually be on air in that area. So those are things to actually consider. And what it does is, if that does not happen, I'm trying to get this. Sorry, guys. Jesus, the Lamb of God. Okay. If that does not occur, which we hope that doesn't occur because it will, silence a lot of people who has a lot to say. If that doesn't happen, it advertises at the same time. So after you're listening, it brings you more viewership, more listeners, depending on what type of platform that you have. Now, I will say this, there is a difference between a podcast and going live. A lot of people don't understand that as well. So with the podcast, with going live, you're here with Meta right now. And for you people who do go live on Meta, June is going to be the date that once your content is deleted after the 30 days, you will no longer be able to get it. So download, if you have content now, download that to your computer. It'll all be deleted June. Wow. Okay, so if you have some videos or stuff that you like, download it to your computer now. You got to June, okay? 30 days. I know you guys, like, if you go live, you can see this video will be kept for 30 days or something like that. It starts in June. So content that you want, make sure that you download it. And so podcasting and live, that's a difference there. And if you go to any podcast outlet and you can find your podcast, you're a podcaster. I just thought I'd let you know that. Hey. And the way that you should be able to Google, or depending on if you with the blue light thing, Bing and all them other ones that's out there that you might change over. If you type it in, then you'll come up. And then you'll know, okay, here we go. And it'll show that. So that's the difference, because a lot of people, you're like, oh, okay, I got a podcast. I'm like, okay. And then you go to look it up and you can't find them or the title. So for those of you who are listening or would like to listen to Shop Talk with Mel, after you're looking at our faces now, Shop Talk, one word, space with space Mel. Okay. So the only difference is, as far as like in the English language, is Shop Talk is a compound word. Okay. That's how it's spelled.
They're gonna try to take our Instagram modelship away from us, because
ain't gonna be no Instagram models just like that. Boom, and your boy with the OnlyFans, and
my feet fan people.
Speaking of the model status, I just did another contract yesterday with Island Sun Club.
Okay.
Modeling glasses. They're sunglasses.
Oh, you go modeling classes. Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you this. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But now you have to find, and this is just putting y'all on game. Start looking now for other avenues of advertising. Because if it happens, some people are just solely stuck on social media, and I'll get this out via social media. So y'all need to really pay attention and find other avenues like your OnlyFans. You got to start going back to the Playboy magazines.
You know what? Well, good thing about this is not only because they pay you according to your, I guess, followers, but also they may put you in advertisements and on billboards. So
But that's normal. That's how it used to be. But there's a
exactly.
lot of people who have become so dependent on social media, older people too, that we know we didn't have it. It was
Right.
like, okay, how do we pivot? What direction we gonna go now instead of the boom all black? And then when it go all black, look how people did with the TikTok. What we gonna do? And then
Yeah.
if you deleted the TikTok, you can't get it back out here.
Mm.
I think they finally was
Did they?
able to get in.
Well,
I think
We,
they finally fixed that.
okay,
we
go ahead. Well,
we
Vic
better
even brought it
start.
back because it wasn't broke before.
Yeah, we
Go
better
ahead, Nick.
start.
What you saying?
We better start looking and going back to analog. 'Cause everything digital is controlled,
Hmm.
and like you said, billboards and paper and stuff like that, magazines. That's analog, and
Oh man,
these kids know nothing about that, so it's going to be a real culture shock to them.
let me tell you. Working in the medical field, I do things old school still. So like if I see what medication they get at what time, like during my shift, I write it down.
Hmm.
The other ones, they be looking at me like, why do you write it all down? It's right here. I was like, I just have to do it for me. Let me do me.
Yeah,
Guess what happened? Somebody hacked into the hospital system, shut it down. My people got their medication.
I know that's right.
So sometimes that extra step matters and you don't know. It's like, well, I need paper. Like you don't have it. And depending solely on the internet is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's 100% depending on it solely is a bad thing. So you have to figure out what do I do if, just in case, almost like insurance. What if I get in an accident? Let me pay this just in case I get in an accident. But I ain't gonna talk about that $225,000, $250,000 that I have paid to in automobile insurance companies off of what if. Isn't that so when you look at that? Think about it. How much automobile insurance have you spent and you didn't get in an accident?
Too
And then
much.
you look at it, add it up, add
and
it up.
make you look at that word "if" a lot different.
Right. Because what we know is if was a fifth, we all be drunk.
That's a
Yep.
fact.
I was gonna say
But
that.
watch this. Now, off of that old saying, if was a fifth, we all be drunk. I would have $250,000 if I believed that. And a lot of people are like, I'll never be a millionaire. Baby, we were.
You spent over a
You
million.
spent over.
Exactly.
I mean, and these are things that are supposed. These are necessities. These aren't wants. Insurance is a necessity to drive. So I mean, with rent going up, insurance, food going up, how are we to live? How are we to make it?
And that's why a lot of people don't have insurance.
Right? They can't afford it. They got to eat.
Right. But watch this. One thing I've noticed like over all these years. So you like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what I have to do. I'm not gonna break the law. I'm gonna pay my insurance. I'm not telling y'all. Let me preface it with this. This is not the
Allegedly.
plan. I'm not telling y'all not to pay y'all insurance because those of us out here that's paying our insurance will be ticked off. You hit our car and you don't have insurance. But how many of us have had our car hit by an uninsured motorist? And did
Uh-huh.
they go to jail? They got fined. So then you look like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I'm not telling y'all don't pay for insurance, but it seems like I'm paying, I got to pay for you because you don't have it. Now it goes up and up and up. I'm telling you, I feel like things are getting ready to change though. And that's just me saying what I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing though. Ha! So your boy Diddy. Things is getting ready to happen for the Diddler. I told y'all last week regarding, I know y'all tired of hearing about Diddy because I am too. But I told you his person quit. What? Oh, you missing the Diddler?
Yes, yes, yeah. Yeah. I miss. I don't have TV.
You don't have TV, but you watch movies. I have a TV, and people didn't think I don't work.
Because you barely home.
Well, let's put it like this: I have TVs. I just don't have cable. I don't have local channels and stuff. I just YouTube and send it to the big screen, or my movies through Genius TV and stuff like that. But I don't sit
Well,
like
Genius TV, listen, let's say that Genius TV got so many channels.
It's ridiculous.
I
It is
don't. I
ridiculous.
mean, every channel you will want ever.
Yeah.
No lie, I subscribed right to Genius TV. It was cool, but I got so frustrated because I didn't have the time to
Dude,
sit here and go through. I was like, I just want to like type it in to what I
right.
actually watch. It is so much, but I know a lot of guys.
Oh
They
man.
had it. They signed up and
Dude,
subscribed
I
to
watch
Genius
my
TV.
old Godzilla movies, the old ones in the costume. I watch
What?
Kung Fu Theater. Do you understand? Hey, 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 hey. My grandkids be getting it. I'm
Every Saturday? Every Saturday afternoon?
oh man, shoot.
Boy,
I
look,
do it
What?
anytime my grandkids over. They be like, what? They thought they were dancing. I'm like, no, he's about to pull out this dude's heart. You look at his technique and skill. But grandpa, why are they dancing? I'm like,
I mean, like, that's how y'all dance. Like, I'm concerned.
you're on punishment for such blasphemy, talking like that about my Kung Fu Theater.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's, that's hilarious.
Hey, I'm like, what?
BAC,
I felt bad as a grandparent at that moment. I think I failed him. I
no,
felt
you didn't. It's gone. All the good TV is gone unless you sign up for Genius TV. You go ahead, Nate. Go and put it out there how they can contact them.
well, shoot, I don't know the sporadic. I've had it for so long; it's just there. But how would you look it up?
Uh,
I wouldn't know. I'll get that information and forward it. I don't want to put nobody's names and phone number be blowing out. I have to make a couple checks.
what?
But yeah, uh, if you're interested, just call me offline, and I'll get you there. Reach all the socials. Yeah, you can reach me there, and I'll point you in the direction.
I thought it was like 2 5. Is that something? Two
I don't
five?
know.
Because I'm trying to think of his office number. That's what I was trying to think of, and I think it's that one. But yeah, boy, Genius TV.
Yeah, yeah,
You are if you like it. You
yes.
always have,
Oh, okay.
I think I got it too. I think I got it. It's on
And you can
everything.
stream it on all your
But
devices if you want.
niggas right. Like you would think TV don't work. You would think I just got them up here just for show. Because I'm not there.
But here's the thing: I notice I'll lay in the bed and watch my phone for 2 or 3 hours before I go to sleep, and I got a 65 on the wall. Don't even turn it on.
You want to know why? The blue light.
Got me.
Everybody,
On to
yeah.
the next one. Let's go. We talked about Diddy. That was real quick, wasn't it? It's another lady that came out. One of his sex workers, allegedly. Where my alleged? It's up there. She decided she want to talk to the feds. For what, ma'am? You late. Like
And she's over the age. No, she's a worker, correct?
that part. You hired help, ma'am.
You're hired help. You got paid to do what you do. Now you're traumatized. Well, when you was jumping in the back seat of that Chevy, taking care of people for a hot 40, I guess that was okay.
Ooh, you and your hot 40.
Yeah, hot 40 is a real thing. Hey, I didn't make this up, but a hot 40 is a real thing.
I'm
Yeah,
beginning to believe that, which is tragic.
It is. You can say it is, but hey, it's a real thing.
$40, ladies. We got to do better.
Much better.
Again, I'm not telling you what to do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. But I'm gonna tell you. Never mind. I was about to say then I'll be sound like a madam.
Hey,
Charge accordingly.
hey.
How much are you worth?
The market is oversaturated.
What's the
Therefore,
market value? All right, you guys in the comments and callers, call in at 619-902-2287. 619-902-2287. I'm gonna throw that number up there for you guys if you don't want to be want the people to know who you are. Go ahead and shoot me a text. What's the going rate? What's the market value now?
Maybe I'm priceless.
Hey, listen, COVID hasn't. I hear COVID hasn't even upped that price. That's the only thing that COVID hadn't touched. The hot
So you
40.
saying $40 was consistent over the years? Is that what we're saying?
That's yes, that's what I'm saying. I would
That's
say
what,
that.
Okay.
mm-mm,
The
mm-mm.
homie said that $40 is it and that's all you got. So I would be appalled. That's all you got coming from me. Here go $40. You want it or not?
Ta-da!
Baby, that is a mess.
Yep, no matter how we feel about it, it's still a thing. No matter how we feel about it, our personal feelings doesn't matter. It's still a thing.
Man, ladies, y'all got to stop just saying okay because we got to up the price now.
The market is
Listen,
oversaturated.
I
And
am
guess
priceless.
and
That
guess
part.
what? Okay, all right. But the
But
market is oversaturated and brand new models are coming off the floor
Okay,
every
and
day.
okay, now let's talk about the brand new models. That's what I'm saying. If it's oversaturated and that's the going rate, $40, the brand new models coming off the floor is not taking $40. And then what do we call them? Oh, they a gold digger. What's wrong with that?
Whoa. A brand new model. I can't buy a brand new car for the price I pay for my Pinto outside.
Got it.
exactly.
So
My
that's what I'm
Pinto
saying.
is
That's
reliable and it gets me where I need to go.
I
So
got that.
I
But
will
that's what I
still
was saying
purchase
when
it.
you said the going right. So the going rate. So across the board, people charge what they charge, and more ladies need to be like, nope, I don't care if you old, broke down, if your car rattling, shaking, doing whatever. You talking about some catch it, you know, when that engine shut off, catch
That
it.
that is
Charge more, ladies,
that is to the
if
person.
that's what you choose to
That
do.
is your personal feeling about the thing. But the thing is, as the consumer, we'll just be like, no, I don't need a Pepsi today. I'll drink Mountain Dew. Or I'll have what's the red cola that I love so much? Fanta. I'll just do Fanta. I don't need
Or you go
Cherokee
do
Red.
what's that called? Dr. Pop.
Yeah, Mr. Pip. I'll get a Mr. Pip. Mr. Pibb. I don't need him. Yeah, you what?
Ah,
No. Mountain. What's the other one?
Mountain Holler from the lot.
It works fine for me, and it tastes pretty much the same. So if you want to charge that much for a Mountain Dew, I'll go buy a Mountain Holler.
Let me tell you, wait, that Mount Holler, we was at our reunion, right? And you know, everybody got that one cousin. They got a bunch of, a bunch of little children. You got that one person. Everybody got that one family that brings some stuff, off-brand stuff that you be like, what? Well, let me tell you, I'm gonna post this picture because it's my little cousin, and he is little, probably should have been drinking soda back then. But anyway, the one cousin is drinking the Mountain Holler. That's how I do the Mountain Holler. The baby is in Heidi's arms, right?
Uh-huh.
So she's looking at the baby. The baby looking like, I said, I know. The little baby was about 9 months old, like, is that my and I did a caption, what is that? Mountain Holler.
Mountain Dollar. Mountain Dollar.
It's Samara.
Tastes the same.
Samara's on here. She gonna see it and be like,
Hey, Mountain Holler tastes the same, looks the same, smells the same at half the price. And it quenches my
Listen,
it's neon. It's like,
listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I used to work for a certain bakery there. Y'all know what it is.
Okay, go
Anybody
ahead.
in the Youngstown? There are so many like I ain't gonna say allegedly. because I work
allegedly.
there.
Oh, okay.
But it's gonna be there. Go ahead.
For instance, the Giant Eagle brand bread. Put it on out there. Aldi's, their generic bread.
Okay.
There are so many different types with different names of bread that is made right there at that bakery.
And
fresh bread is good. Sometimes fresh bread is good though.
But my thing is,
You done threw another name on it.
they threw another name. They threw it another, and then like Giant Eagle say distributed by Giant Eagle. No way.
well,
No
here's
way.
my
y'all.
point. Here's my point.
Go ahead.
The other offset bread
Uh-huh.
is selling more for only that hot 40.
Exactly.
So if you want to raise your price
It
on
is.
Swables, if you
It
want to raise
is.
your price
But
on Swables, somebody get the hot 40, the Mountain Dew.
Yep, it really is, and it's all made by that
You
company,
you
and
as
then
the
they send it
seller,
out and they put
Wait
their
a
name
minute.
on it.
I gotta say this now. You know, it was a lady who owned the bakery in the Yo that got arrested, right? Was it? I wonder if
What?
it was that bakery. Off screen. I'm sending. I'll shoot it
Oh,
to you.
okay.
I was like, oh, why they keep coming to Youngstown? Everybody, and you know, have you noticed? You look around, you like everybody kind of knows everybody or what family they came from in here in this town. And then when somebody come, the people that's from Youngstown be looking side eyeing like, well, why they here? Who you related to? I asked the question. So you decided to just say, I'm going to, bam, Youngstown, Ohio. And then you come to find out you see him on Lifetime, like that doctor that was at Northside Hospital,
listen,
uh, the bakery lady. Like you got some severe criminals down here in the Yo, I guess hiding out air quotes for the listening audience, thinking they won't be found. But the people in here, we got some Miss Bernice's every block in the Yo. And we gonna be like, who is that? I don't know him. And then people get mad talking about she's so nosy. Watch her. We need them nosy people because that's how they got.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
but
ahead, Nate. What you got?
here's something about the Yo. It is a central hub for everything. And Youngstown had was the center of the mills, culturally diverse, and it's located right in the middle between New York and Chicago, right in the middle, Youngstown. Pittsburgh to Cleveland, right in the middle, Youngstown. And with the mill and everything like that, we were packed in Youngstown. That's why it's so popular and stuff like that. And
Wow.
in the drug trade, it is a major hub right in this little city. People will be sleeping on
Wow.
it, but we're a major part of everything.
Here's the thing. They ain't sleeping on it. That's why they coming up in this mug. Just like
They
they used to
yeah.
call us Little Chicago. It was a whole lot of action going on. But since you brought that up, once we get good jobs back here,
You're right.
then things will flourish and we ain't got to keep asking the same people for they same $25, $35 to come to our event. And then we get upset when they don't show up to our event. Well, they only got a certain amount of money and spending that 35, 35, 35. So people listen, who's having events, don't get upset because if they always support you, give them the opportunity to support someone else because we are pulling from the same bank, the same people. It
And
costs a lot.
and with the rent going up in Youngstown the way it is, I couldn't believe someone. You want what for what? Wait, you right here on the south side. They just had a shootout and a raid right next door, but you still want $1,200 a
That's
month?
because the people that are buying the homes,
Uh
the
huh.
people that are buying the properties don't live here.
Right.
So they're
Well,
charging
they
their
don't
rate.
know.
And then listen, they know when they find out that it's empty or the windows got vandalized.
Or
That's
the
when they find
furnace
out
and
because a
everything.
lot of people are buying property and they live out of state and renting, charging
In the
top.
house that I had in Boardman, we were paying $800 a month in rent. It was a very nice house, but even the neighbor said it, and the one attorney that we went to said this person that owns this lives in California. They're basing it off of that, even though it was still a nice neighborhood.
Mhm.
Because we were a couple blocks up from Midlothian. It
Okay.
was still not worth $800, and it was a very nice house, but it
Oh,
wasn't worth renting for $800 a month. But it was a
well,
very nice.
a,
It
a,
was real nice.
a little ranch house around the corner from me went for 92 grand. And I'm like, what? I think it because the property value here has to go up.
Uh-huh.
But somebody from California to West Coast, actually, the big house across the street, true story, a white family just moved here from Seattle. They had three things come to them. It was here, it was Atlanta, it was Georgia, and it was in Tennessee. Sight unseen, they bought it here, and they moved in it because of the size of the house, the land it came with, and the cost of it. So to them out of Seattle, it was dirt cheap. But they were like, we can get 5 acres of land in this big house for this amount. So they sight unseen, they bought it and they moved over there.
That's the
But
same
people
problem.
from everywhere else is coming down here like, this is the greatest thing ever. But we
Hmm.
grew up here and we like 350 for rent. Man, that's high. You know, that's how
Watch,
we grew up.
watch this. If we didn't have this internet, we still be like, that's hot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there's an opportunity, you're like, if I don't have that much money, at least I know I can get this, da da, and be done. But people are buying homes sight unseen because my
Yep.
neighbor on the left, they were from Dakota. And I'm like, why do you come from
Youngstown.
Dakota?
Yeah, Youngstown.
Well, the guy he get hired in at YSU. So then there's me when I do watch television, lovely people. I have watched a long time ago. I kept seeing these big bags going out to the curb. See, that's why I don't watch television like that. Too
You
many
think you
Lifetime movies. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on in there, but I'm still like, boom. Okay, let me watch. That's another big bag. What's happening? Well,
Right.
he was making his own like beer, I think. So
hmm
those were like cans and stuff. He's like, you could come in. And he was there. I was like, no, no, I'm okay. Do your thing. But end up being a very nice person. And they end up selling a movie.
Well,
And
I
I
mean, to sell even this where I'm at now, that could have been very lucrative.
oh,
But
absolutely.
but
But
then
here's the thing. You ever notice this? Like, even though the area that I was in, I was comfortable in my area and it was two, but it was enough. I could just go like 2 blocks, I could see me. I could see people that look like me.
mhm,
I could go 4 houses down, see people that look like me.
mhm.
But when you get them new white people coming up in there, baby, I'm like,
Look, man, true story. We outside in one of them, not like
uh-huh,
us, riding a bike with the helmet on in the
elbow pads.
elbow pads and just riding through the neighborhood like it was closed. I was like, hey man, give me a gun. Pop, pop. I want you to shoot 2, 3 up in the air because they're coming to take this whole neighborhood over. The next thing you know, there'll be a Starbucks around here because they're just walking around downtown, moving fast, you know, riding through the neighborhood. I'm like, they got to at least be scared of us anymore. So I'm out there like, yeah, pop, 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 pop. And
And
she
they,
just looked over and like, I own this whole neighborhood. Me and my friends are coming here and would gentrify this area. They coming.
listen, and Nate gonna shoot up. He gonna shoot in the air just to scare the people stay away.
Hey, I got to keep the property value low. So every
You
now and then
know what?
you let a couple
Oh,
out in
the
the
people
air.
are there, right?
So people, so
Yeah, but
the
when you
neighbors
get ready
know.
to sell your house, then you
I,
want to
I'm
sell it
not selling.
for.
I'm not selling. Our whole neighborhood at
You
our
you
little
working you're working for us.
our neighborhood co-op be like, hey, Pumpkin, you're scheduled to let off 4 from your AK Tuesday at 8. So everyone knows that we'll be firing off a couple of rounds Tuesday at 8. We have this meeting every week, so everyone knows who's shooting at what time. So no one knows. Everyone just hears the sound, and it keeps our property value low. Smart black neighborhood. Smart black neighborhood.
Okay, saving the neighborhood.
Hey,
Mm, mm,
I ain't mad at you. I had a dude across the street that in the garage, I seen something hanging. That's what I get. See, I be nosy. And I seen, and they would only work at night. They would only be in the garage at night and it was lit. I'm telling you, that is how I am when look, certain people, Nate, not Nate coming over, certain people moving to the neighborhood. So I'm watching what we got. Well, it was looking suspicious. So then I wasn't caring, but I'm watching this and I'm like, what's in there? Oh my goodness, what's hanging? So now I'm like, is it a body? You know,
yeah, you don't need
right.
to watch no
Like
TV.
that, right. So I'm looking and I see it though, and I can see blood. Like, and I'm looking. And so I'm like this, I'm not neighbor, y'all. What is that over there? Like, my mother got binoculars for when she goes to the opera and stuff. So I'm looking. Well, about a year goes by, he hunts.
I was
So
gonna say
I
deer.
saw what I did see what I see, but it wasn't a body.
It was deer.
Right. So guess what? It was something else. It was like a whole side of beef and all that stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
I did ask finally, but see, I wouldn't get on that side of the road. That's why I don't watch movies because you're not snatching me. Somebody need to find out what happened to me. So I'm across the street. Hey, good morning. I'm gonna be your friend too. Good morning. But I'm in the window like this.
So sad. So sad.
And that's what it was. But you do have people coming over there. People need to be nosy. They need to be nosy again to see what's going on. But he did something. He thought it was so funny. He was like, "What?" He's like, "How long?" Yeah, I said, "About 6 months."
So
I
you
said,
admitted it to him.
"I did." I was like, "About 6 months." He was like, "Oh my god." He was like, "You didn't say that." I said, "I mind my business, but I'm watching."
Let you know you ain't gonna do nothing around here and get away with it.
I'm watching. I'm sitting there like, okay, something suspect, something going on. And see,
Cause
it's
I will
different when,
turn into Karen then.
right,
Excuse
but
me.
it's different when you're at your home. So if it was like an apartment or something, I'd have been calling the property manager. Listen, but when you at your own home, it's you and them. So my thing, if I see something suspect and people look a little strange and I'm feeling a little antsy,
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, hey, have a good day, good morning. I'm the nice person. The man used to come and snow blow my sidewalk off of me. A nice guy. And I finally said, you know what? And I wouldn't know until I like would get up to go to work. And I was like, oh, that was so nice. And you see, he waved or I look out, wave, but he didn't know I'm like this. I'm like,
You was on the
I'm
neighborhood block.
looking.
You was captain of the neighborhood block. Watch TV.
Hey,
I told y'all that's why. Look, that's why I said that when the fire. Remember, I told you about the fire, alleged fire, and then the news people. This is the historic district, so they set up. I said, "Go home. There's nothing to see here." That's how I go.
ain't nothing like getting. But see, and I lived up a block up,
Yeah,
so there's nothing like. Why is there sirens this time of night waking me up, flying down the street? I'm like, and then the next day she said it. I was like, oh, that was you causing all that commotion,
right.
waking me up.
Yeah, she was up at the next block. Rashonda street over talk about some. Y'all all right over there? She's like, I heard this. I said it was me. She's like, oh neighbor. Wow, y'all crazy. But be nosy. Look, the moral of that topic was be nosy, be concerned. There you go.
Cause it could be you.
Listen, you want somebody to be nosy. We need them Miss Bernices because they gonna keep you on track. Because they got to
Hey,
Yeah.
call Nate the agitator and say, save our neighborhood.
Yeah. Pap, pap, pap. That was an unscheduled
We'll
shooting
have no
of
block watch from your porch.
That's
That's
it.
what it was. We ain't having no meetings, none of that. Who driving around? No block watch from the porch, okay?
Yeah.
So Drake, Drake's old diss track is resurfacing. So people are thinking that it's new. It is not new. It came out early last year, and both Not Like Us came out earlier last year too. Y'all just got hit because it did what it was supposed to do for the Super Bowl. And I think I told you guys before, but I want to let you know. Everybody's like, why did they choose him for the Super Bowl? People don't understand what the Super Bowl gives is a larger stage, and it worked for him, and that's exactly what it did. Those people don't get paid to do the Super Bowl. Just a FYI, because people was like, why do you mad? He spent his own money. He gave him a big stage and it worked. So Drake's diss track is going around. It's not new. It's the old one. It sucks. The end. Okay.
They don't
Now,
understand.
Latasha Scott. Which did you want to talk about that real quick? Go ahead, Nate.
Oh, it's the ancillary dollars about that Super Bowl because
Absolutely. It's
after
the
Super
largest
Bowl,
stage.
yeah,
That's why. That's why people want to be on it. The Latasha Scott, she did a residuals challenge. For those of you who don't know, a lot of celebrities are doing the residuals challenge, which is Chris Brown's song Residuals, celebrating his 11/11 album. He got himself a Grammy. So, and we know Sensational, I think it's Sensational's on there, but Residuals is on that. So Latasha Scott, her and her sister Tamika Scott of Escape. So let me bring you in a little bit.
okay. Now
They
I'm back on the
now
boat.
now you're there. Yeah, let me bring you in a little bit. Of Escape, they had some issues, and remember, Escape kind of like broke up, but didn't because the Latasha, one of the lead singers, well, all of them lead, but one of the singers, she decided to be with her husband, and she left, and then she tried to go solo. I remember when Escape before they did their reunion, Tiny got with Candy and was saying, can you come back so we can do this Escape reunion? Candy was on Real Housewives, so she was the one with the big platform, her and Tiny. So they were still relevant. Like, who are these people? Tiny as T.I.'s wife now. And then, Candy Burris, we knew her for writing everything. And she was like, why? She ain't gonna do nothing but use us. Candy said that to Tiny. She ain't gonna do nothing but use us again like she did before. And then she wanted to do her solo album. It flops, and then the group's over. Well, Candy said, okay, talk to her, boom, and decided, okay, well, we'll do an Escape reunion. What happened? The exact same thing happened. The exact same thing happened. Candy come back, get that money up for them. Because remember, Candy cool. Tiny is cool. The two sisters was the ones that was like, man. And Tamika realized that her money was gone because of her sister. But everybody liked Tamika. So fast forward a little bit up to speed. Latasha decides to be with her husband, Rocky, and goes on her solo career, decide to do a gospel album. Well, it didn't work because they did that reality show, and it showed that Tamika actually told the public that her sister and her husband stole her $30,000. Remember, they didn't have no money. It was Tiny and Candy that had the money. So you want your residual check. And her residual check, Tamika didn't get. The reason she knew that she didn't get it is because Tiny's mother, allegedly, but she said it, is the one who was like, no, you got your, I made sure all of you girls got your residual checks. And that's when Tamika realized that her sister stole hers, allegedly. Now, this residual challenge, Latasha does. I gotta check it out because her voice is fire. You cannot, I mean, undeniable. Her voice is everything, sounds amazing. So she talks about that and being, I miss my sister. I ain't been with my husband. We've been separated for 2 years and blah, 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 blah. The people don't believe that her and her husband is separated, and they feel like if she says that she's not with him, then people will, accept her back in because they don't like who she's connected to. I'm like, the two becomes one. Bye. Anyway, she does all that, and then she said, I want to talk to my sister. We need to have words, blah, 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 blah. And she said her group, she puts on there that her group kicked her out. No, you left. You remember Nick at the awards show? She came with a whole different color.
Like and it was she tried to say they didn't tell her stylist
and
about it or whatever, and they did.
So she said, "I'm David Ruffin in these the Temptations."
Yes,
but she's always been because ain't nobody can't deny she got the best voice. They all could sing, but she got the best voice. But it was just the simple fact that y'all should, before y'all got together, that all should have been settled. She wanted to take over, and here you go. But yeah, allegedly, well, coming from her, that husband is getting ready to have another baby, and yeah, he got somebody pregnant.
And that's what's so strange. And here's the thing: she did want to take over, and then what she tried to do was stop the Escape tour. So that's why they went on with just the three. And she tried to sue for the name. But Tamika, her sister, was in it, was like, no, I'm in it. So that she couldn't sue for the name. So she was still trying to sabotage them, but she never said she apologized to her sister to want to have a conversation with her and singing this whole song. She never apologized. Go ahead, Nick, what you got?
What I don't understand is, okay, she tried to sue for the name, and the sister was like, no, I'm in it. But when her sister, and Tiny did that album, and Candy backed out, they changed it still Escape, but they put a 3 at the end.
Because it's only 3.
They had to change that name because it was just those 3.
It didn't do good. Why they talk about Candy?
It was one song. There's one song I like, but
it didn't do Escape good.
Well,
but it did. Interesting enough, with her out and Candy in, it went up. It's wild. But everybody know Candy. What you got, Nate?
No, I was with the name. They took the name. That's what but Johnny Gill and Ralph own New Edition's name, don't they? That's why when they went on tour, and Johnny and Ralph didn't go on tour with them, they can't use New Edition.
I didn't know that. New Edition is the whole group.
That's what I thought. But
the owners they bought it or something?
The owners of the name is Ralph and Johnny.
Oh, they must have bought it.
Yeah. Hey.
Y'all got
when they go on tour, they're New Edition.
But Ralph and Johnny's with them. If Ralph and Johnny ain't with them, they're not New Edition.
Right, but see,
because they were the lead singers.
Or I know what you're talking about, RBRM.
That's why they were RBRM, because Ralph and Johnny was like, nope, you're not New Edition.
Oh, they're all. Well, maybe they're only New Edition with all of them.
With all of them, yeah.
Well, could be like the
It's
whole
like
candy thing. If I own the name,
just like they got BBD, RBRM, and then New Edition. So they all the same group. It's just when they're broken off into sections, they are something different. So yeah, I mean, I can see that they can't use the name New Edition if all of them aren't there. So I get that.
I guess like you got how many temptations you got?
Oh
And
Lord,
it's a whole lot
50
of young
million of them.
temptations. Be like, who are you?
uh,
I need
which
to see
temptations
you.
are starting in this concert? Because you got
Right.
all of them, two, three. There was two of them touring as the Temptations at the same time.
Right.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I got it. Thanks, appreciate it. All six members of New Edition owns the trademark for the group's name. So it's all of them performing together as New Edition and
Mm.
not New Edition and Johnny didn't make it. So that's that. All right. So
Who
I
y'all believe, me or Google? Nah.
I'm gonna go with my other source. Actually, I checked three of them. That's
Okay.
what I'd be going through all of them. Like, okay, let's see what we have because we already know how we could just put some information in, and guess what? That's it. If somebody read it, our answers is wrong, and we failed the test because we went to Google. They got that AI thing on there now that pops up at the top, and
That
you
thing get on my nerves.
and you think it's good, and it's wrong. So they just take a summation of what everything is on there and put it up there. So don't trust it. Well, I'm glad they said that, but I'm looking at it and that's the answer. And it has all of them. Oh, wait a minute. The trademark dispute began with Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant took ownership. There you go. So, okay, of the
Hold
name
on.
after discovering that's what they did. So they put those names on there, but those were the head
Come on.
people. So
Come
I'm
on.
gonna
Say,
go with you, Nate.
say
I
it. Say
changed
it.
my mind.
Say it.
I'm gonna go with you, Nate.
Say
My
Nate is
thing
what?
is,
Nate is
okay,
what?
why?
Say the words. I need to hear the words.
Nate, you were right.
Oh, that felt so
I,
good.
I read a little further. So those are the spearheaders. Those are the spearheaders.
Woo.
Here's the thing. Can you imagine that I could have just went on there and took that name
Mhm.
and trademarked it? Mine,
Yeah.
mine is trademarked though.
Yeah.
I know that mine is trademarked. I'd be like, you can add that TM too. You got it. Add that on the end. And people really be wanting to know.
Mhm.
I need to trademark my name.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I think I shall too. Get that paperwork started.
You got to get it, but just imagine all that time.
Mhm.
And people, and that's what's sick. What's sick is that you came up, you got it, and somebody owns you. So now you can't even use your own name. Prince told us a long time ago when he became a symbol.
I'll sue.
Yeah.
What you gonna sue for? You can't. That's why it's the artist formerly known as Prince.
And he did it. He was diabolical how he did it. He said, "You know what? I'm just going to re-release it and change a couple of notes in it, and
I
it's
think
mine
Taylor
that way.
Swift
It'll
did
be
that
mine
too.
that way."
I think
It'll
that's
be,
why she redid her whole album. I know y'all ain't really all on that, but I think that's why she redid hers. It's a
who?
lot of people redoing their own music.
Mm.
But you're like, that's their music though. People are getting paid sitting at the house because the
Can't
name
hold a note.
and they ain't saying nothing. Ain't
I,
even sing to people and
I
could
can't
have
even
owned
print.
the name.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, the slavery changed from chains to contracts.
Okay, it slid to me. That's why they went and did the RBBM. So Nick was right as well. So
She
both
pick,
y'all go. That's why they here.
she piggybacked off of me,
When she
RBBM.
went
But
on.
I mean,
But I knew the name. You
Oh,
didn't
I
now.
know I did.
but like the RBBM, you still know the faces, and you're like, that's New Edition.
And
I
they
didn't
sang
pay
the
attention
song.
to that RBBM being back there though, because remember, did y'all go to the concerts? Because you
Yo,
had the New Edition concert, then there was they would disappear. I don't know if they was changing clothes or what, and that would change to that RBBM,
And then BBD came out.
and then BBD, yeah, and then Ralph had his name, yeah. So who the best singer?
out of them,
Uh huh.
Ricky.
All day, the
Mm-hmm.
ugliest, but the best.
Well,
He wasn't attracted to me because he just looked grown. He was like looking like he was 50 back when we was 12.
yeah.
Like he had to grow into his looks, almost like Ron Isley. He just now growing into his looks.
Yeah, yeah. When he broke the gray,
When he broke the gray, I was like, okay,
he was the original gray with the fur on with the gray.
Ron. That he finally grew into his looks.
My feet was going crazy. Ron, you see Ron? I'm like, what are they talking about? I thought he died. Then they sent the picture, and I'm like, well, who was that? That's Ron Isley.
Ron Isley.
Whatever.
I was like,
Okay. Oh Lord.
Now wait a minute, Keke Palmer had the nerve to say she didn't know and feeling bad because social media, y'all out there making her feel bad because she wore a dress at the award show, the SAG Awards, that Jamie Lee Curtis wore back in 1986. I said, you really addressing this? Were you even born in 86, ma'am?
That, and I'm pretty sure it looked a lot better on you. Jamie Lee, yeah, she just slim. She ain't got no curves. I know it looked better on you, Keke, than her.
But who are the people that it was rented when Jamie Lee, she said that it was rented when she wore it. Mm-hmm. But who are these people that's digging in the crates to see who wore what?
Exactly. Mind your business, people. That ain't in your pay rate.
People like me with my mom's opera binoculars.
Look, the internet is undefeated. And the sad part about it is I got a voice. I can sit behind this computer screen and say, hey, here's something that I feel, and I want to start a rumor. Watch this. Y'all ready? Sean Kemp is LeBron James' dad. There's nothing you can tell me different about it. And guess what? Now it's out there. And look at you. See? Do you see?
No, but I agree.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. But
where is he from?
Cleveland. Well, Sean Kemp played in Cleveland around that time.
Now, okay, let's go with one has said that it was a guy that graduated from Rand High School.
Rand, that's what they say. But I'm just starting a rumor. But I mean, that's what I look at. I'm like, you heard me say, I was like, I could believe that. Yeah, and here's the thing.
That. All right, let me put this out here. We got to do what we got to do. I got to tell y'all something real funny. So before you guys saw us, we jamming, and I'm playing what I'm playing. So Nate the Agitator sitting there chilling. I put on George Clinton. He spent around and woke up. It was like a cup of coffee. I laughed. I just looked at the screen and laughed. But I want to put this out here for the listening audience. That's why George Clinton went under George Clinton and the P-Funk All-Stars until he won the rights back to Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, he burned up all the other names. And he couldn't go with, because Parliament was gone. Parliament and Funkadelic were two different places. Then they the same people. It was a genius. It's all us. Today we're Nick the Voice podcast. Tomorrow we're Nate the Agitator. But we all get paid for the same thing. So it was a genius plan. Parliament was burned up. Funkadelic was burned up. P-Funk then came and it got burned up. So when he came out with Atomic Dog, all he could do is use George Clinton. And he said that was the scariest time of his life because he was under his name and it was all under him. Now
Thank you for that information. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rumor was LeBron James' dad was Joe James, who was from Youngstown. Mm-hmm. It sounded like his mama knew who the daddy was. Okay, they got the same first name. Do it up. Because there's a little picture of him with an elephant at the grandma's house. Mm-hmm. It's really cute. He's little. It's surfing. It's going. What you over there eating? Sunflower seeds?
No, my heartburn medication.
Oh God! How old are you?
Too old to have heartburn.
Did the people see it?
Hey, see, I didn't want to get caught like this.
The people want to see what the old people have.
It works.
Heartburn. It is baking soda, lovely people. Home remedy.
It works. Home remedy. Yes, it works.
It definitely works. Mm-hmm. I didn't have to use it sometime, and to me, it's better. I will run my finger under cold water, and when you run out, you're like, I ain't got nothing covered. I know I got something in this freezer. You keeps it in the refrigerator. Dip my finger in, suck that off. Boop, you feel real good.
Yep.
It helps with nausea.
I use it so much I even like the taste.
real salty, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean, hey. Man,
I'm done. Y'all so good. Listen, y'all hood. How can you on the show live, let me get my baby show.
This is how I do it in the shop.
Hang up your
You want to do it in the
shoes.
shop? We do it in the shop. This is how we do it at the shop.
You know what?
Now this time
Well, you know
hang up
what she
your
said?
shoes.
It's okay to be you.
That's it.
That part, that's the slogan.
It's
But
okay
they
to be
been
you.
on.
It's
Wait,
okay if I ain't using baking soda.
watch
That's
this.
not okay. No.
Wait, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's gonna crack y'all up. Nate, you just had a birthday. Nick just had a birthday. These two are the same people and they argue with each other. I think they need to look in the mirror and be like,
We're exactly 10 days apart.
am I the problem? Like, what?
We are exactly 10 days apart, and he act like he is my older brother, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years older than me.
Those 10
days,
years,
and he had 10 years older.
those 10 days were immense in knowledge. You missed so much knowledge in those 10 days.
Listen, he
Therefore,
made me so mad last week after the after show with it. You know,
I'm like, listen, and I told her this is after show information. I said I shouldn't love you so much because you get on my damn nerve. I should just not care. Forget you. Oh yeah, yeah, beat it.
We like sincerely argue like brother and sister.
Like you, mother, what? Oh yeah. I gotta. She be raising my pressure. Hold on. She be raising my pressure. She be raising my pressure.
I can't even believe that you guys are freaky. Y'all so ghetto, man.
Ghetto is I don't know what.
Oh my gosh. Talk about something my heartburn. I'm like, what you doing? First I was like, what are you doing? And then I didn't see. I was like, all right, he ain't tooting. But like,
no, not this time. You told me I couldn't on the show.
Like, what is happening? Y'all crazy. But listen, before the show, like y'all see this part of it. Before the show, it's a whole lot. And after the show, it's a whole lot.
It's even more.
It's even more.
It is, because it's what somebody said during the show. Like, what? And then you go back and forth. And I just go, this me. I just sit there and be like, I'll be back.
And she does. She did it last week. And no, she was still on there. As a matter of fact, you were still on, but you was doing something else. I was like,
yeah, Nick hung up on Nate. Click on my.
I was like,
and then that's when I realized it got quiet. I said, she hung up. We both fell out laughing. It was like, there we go. All right, let's get going with today's topic. Today's shop topic is house dates. Mel, what are you talking about as far as house dates?
Yes,
I want to start with this. Is it okay to have your first date? Let me do it. I'm gonna speak for women since we got men and women here. Yeah, and I know where you'll go. As a female, are you okay with accepting your first date as a house date?
No.
Nick?
No. And that is exactly. Listen. And I know you're listening. No.
You don't want to go to
heard you to what you said. You taking me out on the first date.
I am in total agreement with her, probably for a different reason.
Okay. What's your different reason?
She's like, you take me out to spend money. No, if you come to my home field, is an unfair advantage to me. I mean, you know, I got the slow music on. I got the room smelling a certain way. I'm on my home turf. You ain't gonna beat me on my home turf. And it's the spider web. I'm just, yeah, let me give you a little more to drink, this, that, and other. I'm setting you up. You're in my home field. So, yeah, it goes down at the home field.
Mine is just the opposite. They're trying to come here. But my thing is, it ain't about the money being spent. It's about keeping your word. If you came at me and said that you want to take me out, I'm making you stand on your word. Mine is different. It ain't got nothing to do with the money. But you ain't coming here to do it first.
Well, and to answer that question on the flip side, definitely not. Don't go over a woman's house. I don't. Why? Because she can't control the environment like a man can.
Who can?
You can't. If you got
Leroy Nick, let him finish.
If old Otis is coming over there and mad because he gave you his last $60 and now you out going out with me, he banging on the door and doing all this, and all you can do It's called the cops. I mean, Otis then pulled out his rifle and everything because he mad at you and this, that, and other, and I'm caught in the middle. I'm not saying it doesn't happen both ways, but we have we can control the environment better than you. You can't just go grab Otis and throw him in his car. I'll throw Mel in her car. Be like, hey.
Listen, the way you suck it down that baking soda, we can throw you in the car.
Oh no, I'm still heavy. I'm still fluffy. I'm still fluffy. And just take out
go
the
ahead, Nick. What do you have to
We're
say?
gonna flip that. Okay. If I'm over
Nate, let me set this up for the listening audience. So Nate's looking at safety.
Safety.
Okay, go ahead, Nick.
Same thing. We're at I'm over Nate's house, and then Nate's girlfriend and then Mel come over to that house. What if she has a gun? It's happened.
I got you. But everyone know it. If she over my house is because I threw the hard wood, so she ain't gonna shoot me. I'll grab her and put her in her car. I can subdue her. You can't subdue Otis. So the safety.
Ain't gotta be Otis. Now I keep seeing baking soda with Otis.
It's my blue screen or something. That's part of my blue screen. I'm getting you together, Mel.
Give me a Malik or something. You know, something current.
No.
Otis. Listen, if Otis has dealt with me, he know how I am. He know he better stay away.
But wait a minute. No, Otis has not dealt with you because what I said was a first date. Are you okay with someone taking you to the house or them coming to your house on a first date?
Right.
Well, he said Otis coming over to the house.
No. It's my show. But wait, nah.
Right.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't listen to Nate. When you go on Nate the Agitator show, then you go ahead and let him run. But as of now, he gonna be over there burping and doing whatever he got to do to get his indigestion together, okay? Because he don't want to pay for no antacids, no Tums.
Right.
Okay? So now, Nick, you said it could go both ways. So what's another reason? Because he told you he wants to take you out and him trying to come to your home. What are you thinking? Why do you think that reasoning is?
Because there's somebody out there that you don't want to run into while you out with me.
See, that's my thought process.
We had that conversation too. And I'm like, you ain't dealing with no dummy.
But that's probably true. That's probably true. I'm not going to parade you on a first date. You don't get to post Facebook pictures of me on your first date. I'm not taking you to my normal spots on the first date. This is trial. This is the application. You just an interview. This ain't like, oh wow, I'm gonna take her out and be seen out with Mel and this, that, and other. And then at the end of the night, she don't even watch TV. I don't even like this broad. And I done got you out and people all talking. No, hey Mel, if I take you out, let's go out to Coitesville at this little Amish thing. I'm not taking Mel out.
And I was brought up going to the next city over to a steakhouse. Why we got to go all the way over there? Why can't we go out here?
This is just an interview. We don't know if you're gonna make the cut. So guess what? Me taking you out is gonna be somewhere far, or me keeping you in here is just it's just a talk, just a talk. But it's not. Hey, let's post our selfies together. You trying to get 3 levels up on relationship, and you don't get those privileges. First date is somewhere quiet. I don't need us people to see us out because guess what? After you farted the way you did, Nick, I'm not going back out with you.
That's funny because that's what said. It's more intimate than that. Boy, bye.
Hey,
I know it was because I felt how you was responding. I said this must be personal.
No,
like,
hey,
just saying. Listen, he finding out Nick is a whole different breed, baby. I ain't like the rest of them you used to dealing with. He finding that out.
Okay, all right. Well, you call him and we will tell him. Let us get back to the show. What'd you say, Nate?
It's the interview process. Me taking you out and flaunting you. No.
So we can't take a picture together on the first date?
Yeah, but it ain't. Don't post it. Don't post this stuff. You know, hey, yeah, we had fun. But guess what? When you find out, I used to date your cousin's grandma's goldfish. Now you mad at me, but now everybody think, what's up with you and Nate? Oh, I seen y'all out at downtown at the big steakhouse posting up, and then we never. After we left there, we ain't never talked since. So I mean, no, we ain't. No, don't expect. That's boyfriend. No, that's talking, smash stuff, being seen and stuff like that. In an interview, no, no. First date, no. It's gonna be somewhere private and away. Because I don't need somebody saying I see you and Mel at the movies, all cuddled up and snort, and then they're gonna tell the story. What was y'all doing under that blanket? Now the rumor then blew up even more. Oh, y'all was in that car and it was rocking afterward. No, no. If I take her out to Amish town, get her a free range steak, and we talk and we get to know each other. If it goes good after that first date, maybe we'll go somewhere in the public. I'm not putting all my business out there and I don't even know if I like you.
Okay, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell somebody, you reach out to somebody, you tell them that you want to take them out, then you have to stand on your word. Now, if you want to do a private thing and be like, well, come over here and I'll cook you dinner, or I'll bring dinner and we can have an intimate dinner at your house to get to know each other, then yeah. But no, you're going to stand on your word. You're going to stand on what you said you want to do in the first place, or keep it moving.
I got
Period.
You just want to go out. Got you. As long as I ain't got
No,
to take you.
it ain't
Oh,
about
yeah,
I just want to go out. It's about you're gonna stand on your word with me, period, point blank.
got
It
you.
is about I want to go out because for me, yeah, I want to go out. That yes,
Cool.
I
Cool.
just want to go out. Don't come put me. I'm already in the house.
Cool. So, but hey, don't. Hey, it's the first date, and the blue pill or the red pill guys are saying ain't no Ruth Crisp on it. We got lists now. Y'all messed up the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all don't even get that now.
Well,
Coffee
it
shop.
ain't the same. It
No,
ain't.
it's them young ones talking all that mess.
Coffee
Cheesecake
shop.
Factory is fine with me.
Well, coffee. Them young girls ruining for y'all. Now
Okay,
you
you
you,
said
you
coffee
get
shop. I agree because
right,
Amber Dean said
right,
that.
right. Hey,
Yeah, I just
20.
said that.
I have a $25 to $30 budget on
Okay.
this first date.
Okay.
Now you call me broke, and yeah, okay. Well, my stocks portfolio is nice. You don't need to know that. This is only the first date.
Okay, I like this one. I'm attracted to you, but that don't mean that I like you now. Okay, John Rudolph Jr.
All right, Rudolph. Thank you, brother. I appreciate stand together. So pow.
Okay. Well, when you look at like coffee, what Amber D said a while back when she was talking about coffee
Mm-hmm.
is the best. It is because let me see how this brother or sister is off
What?
caffeine because they're
But
gonna
And
be
I
off their whole
suggested
life.
that.
but
Huh?
here's the
Thank you, and I suggested that. Thank you, Amber D. I suggested that. I don't care if we go out for coffee.
well, that is great.
Because
But
like Nate said, you want to go out.
right,
So facts, and there is nothing wrong with it. Here's my thing: you do have there's a benefit to a house date, and that benefit for a female
uh-huh.
after she knows the person, not the first date, but after she knows the person and she decides to come over for a house date, the very first house date, it lets you know, like, do I want to continue this thing, or is this going to be a continued hypothesis?
Yeah,
Right.
I want to check her meds in her. Let me use your bathroom real quick. I got to check her meds in her, in the cabinet and stuff like that.
Well, you probably want to do that too. But here's what's interesting. When you were saying the red pill and the blue pill, this is the first date. Like, first of all,
Right.
you're not coming to my place on the first date. I don't know you. I don't know if you nuts. I don't know none of that. We need to eat in the common area.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
We
But
eat in the common area.
the thing is, the modern women expect it to be at Ruth Chris and a private plane to Maui, so we can talk and get to know each other. And
Those
then after,
women, to me, I mean, and I'm not speaking on all of them, but it seems like they're okay with the blue pill. If this is what I'm asking for, then I expect this to occur. I do know somebody that's older that felt like some guy did so much for her that she had to sleep with him. She felt yes, and this is an older person over 50. I was shocked because I said,
hey,
what? She was like, well, he did do this and that for me. So I just said, okay. How
fair
does that
exchange and
work?
robbery. Fair exchanges and robbery. You know that's what I'm coming to get to know you for. I'm not coming to get to know you just to be your friend. I keep telling you that. I'm not just trying to be your friend. Can you expect me
So
and Nick
not
to
dating
hang?
with intention.
Yeah, I'm dating.
So should we ask the guy straight out, hey, how you doing? And say the guy, like Nick was saying, hey, I want to take you out. Is our next question, are you trying to date me or are you looking at a future with a potential future with me?
That is a fair question. But as Nate the Agitator's t shirts always say, lying is essential because you're not going to be able to handle the truth. I can't say, no, I'm just trying to take you out and show you a nice time so I can smash. I can't say that
Why not?
because it will take away everything off the table. It'll
Well,
take everything.
all we want you to do is be honest.
Yes, until it hurts your feelings.
That ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Your feelings. You. I know one male and one male only. She's a she's a unicorn. I don't know nobody like her. So
But Nick, if somebody said that straight out, wouldn't you appreciate their honesty?
I would appreciate that much more.
and then would you go out with them?
If I was wanting the same thing, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
But if you didn't,
seriously, if I was wanting the same
let
thing,
me
yeah.
ask you this: if you didn't want, okay, I got the playbook,
gotcha.
and I'm
Your playbook or
I'm
ours?
looking at it, and I asked you a question, and you tell me just that I want to sleep with you. Okay, boom. Now he gave me the whole thing. Here you go. He gave me his playbook. Would I still go out with him even if I didn't want to sleep with him? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Watch this. Go ahead, Mel. Tell them why.
Because I could get what I want. I know his goal. His end goal is that. So
And
now I can get all that I want until he tired of taking me out, and then it don't work. It don't work. I lost nothing.
ta-da.
Everything.
So, since you're playing that game, I play the game like, yes, I am looking to get married again too. You would make a lovely seventh wife. Yes, let's hug and let's cuddle. Let's watch The Notebook together. Let's do all these gay type things, happy type things that men don't usually do.
And then I look through another lens.
I got you. But
So now I got my other lens, and I'm like, okay. And then we start taking selfies. And then we get to post them. Because now I ain't mad at you on the post because I don't have child by.
Hey.
Look, I was in Mexico, and everybody wanted to know who I was in Mexico with. And you could go to my page. It's on there.
You ain't one of them. The
Listen.
martini. You got a picture of your nails in the martini and the oh man.
No, let me tell you, he was so cool. So we had a lot of fun. He was so cool that when I looked, I said, "You ready?" He had it on. Man, we hollered. He had the mask on because we were on the four-wheelers in the mud, you know that, and had his hat all the way broke down, face fully covered with like a skeleton thingy. I was like, yeah, bing, bing. It was so funny. And I was cool with that. It was like, yeah, well, nobody know. But what was interesting to people was like, who you with? Do y'all really care?
Yeah, they care.
Really
They care.
Why?
Because
it was females that wanted to know who it was.
And that's exactly why, because they want to be in the same position
who you
was in.
smashing, who you smashing, who taking you out, who you out in the ocean with, who you swimming with dolphins with. Girls, it's a flex. That's why y'all go for the quarterbacks. The punters don't get you, Mel. You don't get the punter on the team. Don't get a male. But
the punter does. Okay. All he has to do is kick. His body is working. All he got to do is kick.
Male.
He ain't getting ruined and ran through.
Male. You remember in high school when y'all had to cook for make a lunch for the football team?
Man. Yeah. What? Wait a minute. What, y'all had to make a lunch for the football
team? The cheerleaders made like a box. What are they called? And gave them to the football players. They had a football player. Thank you, Francis Buggs. I appreciate that. You know, they just picked the popular guys, the cheerleaders, and they gave us box. And some of them have food. It was.
I wasn't a cheerleader. I'm not a cheerleader type.
I tell you this. Only the popular players got the little box of, little care package. That's what it was, a care package. The punter, the kicker, the people that didn't start, they don't get chosen. That's in life. That's in life. You're not choosing a dude to work at Walmart. You're choosing the CEO of Pharma or whoever. He gets chosen. Watch this. Elon Musk wouldn't have a woman on this planet if he didn't have money.
If he didn't have what?
If he didn't have money, ain't no woman looking at him at all.
I can say that. I can say that I'd agree with you because I worked with somebody that was beautiful and everybody just loved her. And she liked the big, sloppy, fat cat. And I was shocked. And everybody else was shocked because you had these other guys. She really liked him. She ended up marrying that guy. That was the one that had the money ultimately.
Hmm.
He had a whole farm. He had a whole farm. And she out there, she had children, and that's where she is. Beautiful. She looking like him though. I'm a firm believer of when you're with somebody, either you go their way or they go your way.
Yeah. No.
And maybe she looked like him now. And I
Here,
was
here,
like, what the heck happened?
well, here's the thing. And before you guys get all panties bunched up, it is unfair.
It
But
is.
a woman has to keep herself up. A man can out earn his ugliness.
I disagree because that's
A
ugly.
man can out earn his ugliness. A
Some,
woman can't. A woman
some
can't.
people think that though. It depends on how shallow you are.
Uh,
Because somebody, like, if you date somebody that's not really attractive and then you find something and they're nice and you out earn it and then you start treating people a little weird, you got to remind them that, sir, you're not cute. Because a lot of people that have money, they try to talk down to people. They try to, like, they get above themselves. Okay, I have it, and they'll feel like, well, I got this money and I'm paying her. Now I can treat her and pee on the toilet
Talk
seat.
to her all crazy.
difference.
Right. And yeah, disrespectful. It don't matter how much money you got. Buy you and your big house. Have it. I think women need to stand on that. Remain.
They should, but they don't. This is a
And
male
that's when the
moment, a
disrespect gets
unicorn
worse.
male moment.
But that's when the disrespect gets worse
Male,
because
it's
they know they
part
can
of the
get away
game.
with it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And what? That's just the game. You're telling me the game. If I take 4 steps with this ball and don't bounce it, it's traveling. No matter, that's part of the game. That's just how it is. We can't, I mean, you have to be aware of that and then
Mm-hmm.
know how to combat that. So women shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that, but we're built different. Women get money and then they're independent. I ain't never met a man to say, I'm an independent grown man and I do for myself. No,
Because you're supposed to be.
it's par
That's
for the
why.
course. It's par for the course for us. That is a given. We're not saying, yeah, I'm an independent man and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. No, I'm a man. And when I get money, I supply my family a better life. When a woman gets money, she don't need me. And she lets everyone know that she don't need me.
And that's bad.
That's just the way it is, though, Mel. I can't be mad at y'all for being who you guys are. A woman that gets money, and I don't need a man, or looking for the man that makes more money than her. She can't, she don't. I married Rihanna. You know where I found her?
Where?
On Fry's. She was working Fry's.
You always said, okay, I got that. But you can do that because you are supposed to, as a man,
but
you
a
are supposed
woman,
to be the leader and the provider. We
got
expect that. That's how
you,
we
got
were conditioned.
you, got
That's how we were
Exactly.
brought up.
you, got you.
So I get it. But we got to stay on the topic, which is
Right.
house dates. So we ain't at McDonald's on Fries. We at the house.
Okay.
Now, the benefit to the house to me is you get to see how they live.
Mhm.
The work is on the guy 100%. You're talking about, remember how you said you set it up, you got the mood right, you got the candles. If I come to your house, I expect a home cooked meal.
You gonna get it because I know that's part of the play that's gonna get me the home cooked meal. If you come into my playground, it's not fair. Don't ever come to a man's house for a first date. But we talking dates. These kids don't date no more. They don't even date anymore.
They probably don't know what it is. But okay, so if it's after the first date and it's like, okay, here's the day two, second date, come over. That'll show me how you are. And on that date, you're going to put your best foot forward.
Yes, no doubt. I didn't clean around the toilet. I didn't wax my good silverware and stuff like that. This is pre-smash. All
Okay.
this stuff. There's a different attitude pre and post smash.
Okay,
I'm just
well, wait a
being
minute. Let's stay where you are.
honest.
So pre-smash, you did everything.
I'm writing poetry. We watching love movies.
That is so nice. So then we come for another date
Uh-huh.
after smash, post smash.
Okay.
Where'd all that go?
It's put up. I got some plastic spoons and forks in there. Girl, I don't feel like washing.
Now, post smash, you do that, and we're like, well, wait, you're not gonna cook nothing?
I cooked yesterday. Leftovers.
Now, then you get upset when we ask for what you actually presented to us, and we tend to keep coming back
Uh-huh.
knowing that you're capable of doing this because you did it looking for date date one.
Got you. So you don't put a story in your mind. This is how I am, and this is what I want. So you have to represent. You have to
Yeah,
understand it.
that's when we say, okay, this is
I
it.
got you. And I want him to cook me the chitlin loaf again and design it on his good china and stuff like that. I'm like, mission accomplished. So
I,
you
I respect Derek Clark. He said, I am not doing no acting.
Thank
right.
you.
So he telling you up front, there's
What
some
you
shit.
see is what you get, and that's the
Right.
way it should be.
Right.
I'm
But
gonna
hey,
be
hey, hey,
high.
hey,
On
hey,
both accounts. On both
me and Derek,
accounts, though.
me and Derek agree most of the time. But for a certain woman, he'll do extra. And he'll do extra to seal the deal, because all business deals aren't equal. All the upside to every business deal aren't the same. So, hey, for somebody, I'll be like, hey, girl, you look sexy. Here's a dick pic. Other girls, I'm like, oh, well, I was thinking about going to church. What do you feel about John P. Keys' new song? Well, the Bible says, and that's how I'm going to attack that one. So every business deal is set differently. No man can say he sat there and did the same business deal for every woman. You can't, because every woman's different. The
Right.
goal is the same, but you got to attack. I can't attack both of you ladies on the stage. I wouldn't attack you the same way.
I like this. John Rudolph Jr. said regarding what I was talking about, we're looking for that. He said that's the chasing the first high syndrome.
He would be right. And that
Uh,
first time,
that's making it plain.
he knocked it out the park with that quote of the day. I like to nominate that one for quote of the day.
Okay, quote of the day. Okay, yeah, there you go. Nominate that one because that's it. I guess that's it. And people want to know how people get addicted. The same thing. You get addicted to that dude
Yeah,
or get addicted
check
to
that.
that girl. You want
Check.
that same
And,
thing.
and, and here's the thing: if you get over there and it's nice, a lot of women will be vindictive enough to be like, "Oh, I can't have these other rods over here thinking they can have all of this. I'll lock this down just so he can't have fun." It's the yacht, my whole yacht thing. I got 50 seats on this yacht. Nah, no parties here, buddy. It's just me.
Okay, let's go to another comment. John Smith said, "What is it to be expected from a woman who sees a man that cooks, cleans, work, and is generous?"
That's a great question. Oh,
Go ahead, Nick. You got it.
ladies, what is to be expected from you guys?
I can answer because she's still thinking, and that's sad.
So
Great company,
so sad.
great company.
So I got to cook, clean. I clean my toilet behind it and down in the creases because you was coming over, and all you got to do is sit there and be great company.
That's what you invited me over for, right?
No, but that's what I have to
But
represent.
that's the perception you gave to me because
Yes,
you didn't tell me, hey, I just want to smash and dash.
and I read this book once called "How the Wife Becomes the Other Woman," and I would say that is the reason right there. Because guess what? When I take you out and do all that other stuff, all a woman has to do is enjoy herself
That's it.
instead of nagging, instead of saying, once you get wife, you get, oh, well, why'd you park here? Why you always eating this, that, and other? If you would have just sat there and enjoyed the day, that's all that's required of you.
Okay. Okay. And it is. But what happens is women need to stop, and I'm saying this, stop accepting things that you normally wouldn't accept, or stop accepting things that you won't accept. Like if you're sitting there and you're used to your door being opened and you allow somebody on the first date not to open your door, you set the precedence.
That's a great test. That is a
I
great test.
I stand there.
Great test. Great
I
test.
stand there.
Because if for the right woman or for that right business deal that I'm trying to close, oh, I'll get out and open that door. especially the first time, because that's what you want. But if it's just something, like what, girl, open that door so you know where that man stands. You standing there, all right, well, hey man, I tried.
And
I
and that's
mean,
okay too.
It is.
yeah.
It
Because
is.
you know what, you just saved me time.
It is. But most women look at it as you hurt my feelings and you're a dog. Let me post about this. Do you know this Nate didn't even come out and open my door and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But what women don't usually see is, well, you weren't that important to Nate.
See, that's how I feel.
But Mel, of course, that's a unicorn moment.
I
No,
mean, I've had a date like that where I was not allowed to touch the door
and that's
at
it.
all. Getting in or getting out. He helped me get out of the car. Like, even when he picked me up from the airport, I was not allowed to touch the door, none of that. And I appreciated that because I couldn't even get that out of my husband's.
Where's he now?
Huh?
Huh? If you can holler, you can hear.
Why y'all in my business?
Well, hey, the people want to know, did that car opening door and all that, did that work out for him? Or did you put him in the Simpsville? That was nice, Simp. I know that you're a nice guy, but not for me.
No, we talked for a little over a year.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, here's the thing
Was
though.
that pre and post? Did
But
you do a pre and post?
that should be for everyone.
Should
and
be.
post.
That should be for every guy. And if you sit there and you let it go to, one time, then here comes the second time. No.
What was that pre or post? Did that happen pre and post?
Yes.
Okay, well, hey, he's a nice guy. You should have kept him.
So that's not a normal gesture.
What do you mean?
So not opening or opening the door is not a normal thing.
Well, everyone doesn't. You don't get that respect. You don't respect everybody the same.
But it's just opening the door.
Oh, but it's a big deal to you. But I can say this, Mel. Just get in. Just opening the door. How does that sound, Mel?
That sounds like I won't see you again.
Exactly. So it's a big thing to you.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
definitely
everybody.
is. Just
Right.
like the whole I told you about the gas pumping, didn't I?
Right. Absolutely.
Your
Guess
friend.
what? But guess what? It doesn't apply. Guess what? Just because I do it for you, Nick, don't mean I'm gonna do it for Mel. I ain't trying to.
But
Mel,
even if you're not dating,
got you. In general, if
In-
it's a part of your makeup, it's no longer special. I do it for everybody. Hey, Miss Lady, let me
And
help you with that gas.
and that is very special
Ah,
to
but-
see someone else do it for somebody.
Okay, now your man is doing it for everybody else. So you pull up to the gas station and Bonquisha them pull up.
No, it's not. You're not doing out of
Whoa!
your. No. Now, come on. Let's be realistic here.
That's not the same.
No,
It is the exact same.
no.
I do it for everybody.
No, let me say this. If my man, we're at the gas station and he's going in to pay, I don't expect him not to open the door for her.
Got you.
That's my thing. But no, going around pumping everybody gas. Let's be realistic.
Okay, let's do. You want to stay opening the door? If I do it for everybody, it's not special for you.
Well, that's not a special thing. That's a normal thing.
But you expect it.
Yes, that's a normal thing. The people that I'm attracted to do that.
So what you're saying is, what I normally do is what you expect. But when I'm telling you, it's normal. I do this for everybody.
That
it's not
is
special to you.
That gives you points.
You're not special to me then, because you're just par for the course. I
That's
do this for everybody.
normal, though. And that's not even about being special. That's about respect.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna look at it from that, if you look at it from there, I thought we were dating and trying to get.
Yes,
to
you should do that, right?
Okay.
But
So
go ahead.
You understand? I do things for you because you're special. I open the car door for you because you're special to me.
But a car door is not.
Okay, whatever.
That should be. I'm with Derek. Just goes to show how you're raised.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool.
And that's where that is. So it's the type that I'm attracted to. They're gentlemen.
Got you. I got you. But you understand, it's par for the course. It's not special for you. This is what I do. Okay, well, as long as you're okay with that. As long as you're okay with that, that's cool. Because don't be opening the door for that heifer. You just hold the door, standing there looking like a fool, opening the door because she had apples in her hand.
That's why I was like, let's stay the course. Nobody said that part of it.
It comes because women
It,
are
it, it
territorial
should.
and
It sh-
I agree.
but here's the thing. Let me say this. Reverting back to Derek's, just show Derek Clark's comment. It goes to show how you were raised. So
Yeah.
if she is not accustomed to that, then maybe it would be special. But
Ta-da!
I will say, speaking for myself, especially if you are liking me,
Uh-huh.
these are things that I would think you would do normally, and I should not have to tell you. But when me and the homie had that conversation, did I know he liked me? I did. Did I absolutely? I did. I pay him any nice looking guy. Cool, we got along. But when I saw his seatbelt was still on at the gas station after I went in and paid, which was still fine because I asked you to ride with me, you had no intentions of pumping my gas. And by this age, this grown age, no one should have to tell you that. So I just asked the question and I wasn't judging. I said, would
You
you
were
pump
judging.
your mother's? No,
The
I just
question
knew
is a
that
judge.
wasn't, that was just, that's for me.
Did you look at him differently?
No, because I
Oh,
asked him a question. We're still cool to this day. I asked him the question, would you pump your mother's gas?
mm-hmm. What did he say?
He said, yes.
Of
I
course.
said,
She's right.
okay. And guess what? We was cool. He said, what happened years later? He's like, what happened? I said, I wasn't that special to you as your word.
Ta-da!
Look, as
Came
your
right
word.
back around to me. It came right back around to me. It just right. You smacked me with the exact thing I said.
Wow, he set you up.
No, he
Oh
didn't.
God!
That's why I said as your word, special. That means
Ta-da!
so with
Ta-da!
that, and okay, so Derek said maybe he didn't have a father. He did, but everybody's very different.
Right.
So do I respect him? But let me tell you what he said. He said something, and I talked to my other homie. He said something that really made me open my eyes. And what he said was he didn't know. And do I believe him? 110%.
Right.
He said, I didn't know. But now he gets it. And it's just little gestures like that. I shouldn't have to tell you anything. So in a relationship, at the beginning, as somebody said up top in the comments, chasing that initial high. So on the first date, you do all of this. And that's what got me in there because this is my life. Let's say that. And then you stop
Mhm.
and it's like, oh, if it is not you and you're not consistent with that, that means that this relationship is not going to go anywhere because you're going to be frustrated because you are not going to be wanting to open the door for me all the time.
We
Common
have different.
courtesy. Okay, so somebody said common courtesy.
We have different goals. My goal was to open the door and get you high off of course, my world famous chitlin loaf with the oyster sauce, and open the doors and hold hands to get to my goal.
Okay, so once you got to your goal, that's what I'm saying. Post.
Right. But if my goal was marriage, then that continues. But
Okay.
if you got a goal that's different than my goal, we're both trying to reach our goals.
Okay.
So you have to understand what the goals are, in your case, of the man that you're dating. Or can you see yourself? Here's a question, and I'm ready. Nick, give me a pre-woosah because you about to go off. Ready? Would you give the man that you love or dating your whole paycheck?
You already, we covered that. You already know I ain't giving him the whole paycheck. Come on
But
now.
you are supposed to give him your all. And you're supposed to trust him to stay loyal. You're supposed to trust him to provide. You're supposed to do all of this. But you can't give him your paycheck.
Are y'all married?
Or on our way to be. This is if you're living together or something, or whatever the case may be. If you're willing to give him your all, then expect his all. But if you're just willing to sit there and watch him wait till what he do, look at this nigga still got a seatbelt on. Ugh, I guess he was raised wrong. Oh man, look, he opened the door for everybody. I guess I'm just plain Jane because he do this for everybody.
No,
You
because
see things.
I would expect him to open the door for my aunts, my
Gotcha.
mom. Like that should be
That's
normal.
what you expect, and that should be normal, and that's okay. But guess what? Women have the innate ability to flip that coin to whatever side they want. It's not, you don't say heads and tails. It's like, damn, it's tails. No, you say flip it, and then I'll call it. What? Oh well, shoot. He opens the door for everyone, so
You
it's
need a
fine.
shorty.
So we can't win in this. And us dating, it's goals. What are you looking for? You date me to marry me?
Let me ask you this.
Uh huh.
So, as house dates,
Uh huh.
are you? What are you looking for going to a female's house for a date? What are you looking at?
Looking at how she lives. Um, Depends on what I want her for. If this is a woman I want to be with, like marriage, I'm looking at, she have family portraits on the wall, the smell of her house. I am looking for all those things. Oh wow, it smells good, it's nice, it's home, it feels like a home. That's if I'm looking for a
And
mate.
that's let's go there. Like
But
dating with a
if you
purpose.
got if
Hey,
it's not
no,
between,
stay focused.
okay.
The family portrait on the wall. What does that say to you?
It means she's family oriented, and people with family portraits on their wall, usually that what makes a home. That's what makes a home. She's not a transit. But that is if I look at her in that way. Because
Well,
she can have a blow up mattress and a big screen TV. And if all I'm looking for is to release some stress, that's
I
fine
said,
for me too.
but you're going off. I said dating with a purpose.
Oh,
So
I didn't hear that part. Okay.
because you was going off.
Well, maybe
No.
that might be
So
right.
with that, you said the portraits on the wall, the house smell good. What room do you look at first to determine her cleanliness?
Well, the kitchen and the bathroom is always your two.
Mhm.
But, the whole home, because I have to, if I'm looking for a purpose, this woman has to be my everything. She has to be my last. She wants to be my last. And I
Mhm.
know I'm not her first. So I have to take, okay, am I willing to deal with this? Up, those are size 12. All those are her sons. Well, how old is her son? I have to take all of this in accountability because I have to know my place in the hierarchy
So
and be
that's
good with it.
so that's what you're looking at when you go over to their home.
For a woman who my intention is to be
Well,
serious with.
we already
Right.
said that.
Yeah. Well, I
Now,
have to make that clear.
I need to. Well, no, we said that part. Dating with a purpose. So, ladies, you heard them. Family portraits. Look, folks be sitting there having their children, be like, "Oh, they don't live here. I ain't seen them in 2 years." No. So, family portraits smell good. Kitchen and bathroom clean. What does it say when the kitchen is not clean to a male? Just
There's a difference between not clean, filthy, and dirty. Uh, Not clean is cool because you got pots and pans because you're in there, frying it
getting
up,
back to cooking.
and,
Okay.
and, and you have the aroma to match the dirtiness.
Hmm.
That's the you off the hook. That's good. The dishes in there, it's kind of messed up, but the aroma, you still all right. Filthy is you see all that grease on the back wall and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't want to live in that type of environment. So I'm taking that. That's a no go for me for a serious relationship.
We already established that.
I
Well, everybody grown listening to the show.
keep
Now,
stabbing it.
so the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
So if the bath, go ahead.
Potpourri. And here's the big one, ladies. The toilet paper hangs under, not over, not over. Clean, you're looking around the base of it
So
and stuff.
so your beard, not mustache.
It's mullet, not it's a mullet. You got to go with the mullet or the
Anyway,
shag.
Wait a minute.
come on,
Say
girl.
that
No,
again
no,
about
no.
the
On a
toilet
serious
paper.
note, I'm not gonna go there with him. I'm not going down a rabbit hole. This is serious. So the bathroom aroma, and what else?
I love fluffy towels and have that towel hanging so when you just wash your hand, the hand towel for that. You got your decorative towels. But you got to have that one hanging so when you wash your hands, you can dry your hands with that tile. That's important. That's
What
important.
about the paper towels in the bathroom? Some people keep paper towels in there.
The onesie twosie, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But
To
it
dry
takes
your
away
hands,
from
yeah.
the decor. The decor, you got to coordinate. You got to coordinate. So
Yeah,
the paper
that's
towels
a
take
good
away
one,
from.
yes.
But I mean, hey, there's no loss. You don't lose any points for that. But you do
Okay.
gain points for having the decor towel for just the hands.
Okay. What you got, Nick? What's your thoughts? What are you
I'm
looking
still
for?
what the toilet paper though.
I'm
That
not
Hey,
going down there.
matter.
No. We're not doing that. I'm asking a question
you
regarding
want to know? I
when
know.
you go to a male's house, what is it that you're actually looking for?
Listen, I'm like him. I'm looking at your kitchen and your bathroom, number one. Of course, the living room needs to be clean too, because like been there where I've been like, oh Lord, this is what you doing, and I've had all kinds of excuses. But just in general, still treat me like we're out on a date. Like for real. But yeah, that bathroom and that kitchen, I'm with you on that one. And please make sure that living room is clean too. Like I know it's a man to live here, but can you please make it presentable for a woman to, because don't nobody want to be sitting there and you sitting all tensed up and stiff looking around like it's not about to crawl out.
All right, I got a text. I got a text, and the text said, I'm in the bathroom, I'm lifting the lid, the toilet seat, and I'm checking the bathtub. Pull the shower curtain all you want.
Man. Here's a
Okay.
question. Here's a question.
Wait, let me finish here.
Mhm.
Um, those are things that some people look at as the only thing. If your house smell bad, I'm out.
Here's a question for the ladies. Now, house doesn't smell bad. This, that, and other. My kitchen, bathroom is good. For a guy, do you look at the house like, okay, he needs a woman's touch, and does that give us points for just because you come to my house, it'd be a big screen, my PlayStation, and clean couches and stuff like that. And I, well, me as a man, I've never been able to make a home. I have a comfortable place to
Okay,
stay.
so your question was, do we come in and say he needs a woman's touch? My answers, go ahead, Nick, you answer because I know my answer. Go ahead.
It depends on what it looks like. Um,
It's clean, basically clean, basic clean man stuff. You know, microwave, whatever, couple dishes, uh, big screen TV. We're going to have that in a bean bag and some comfortable furniture. It's a place you can be comfortable at, and it's clean. Can you
no,
say, "Oh, well, he's okay. He just needs a woman touch," or
no.
does he have to be completely together?
No, I mean, if it's clean, regardless, then I'm cool. I don't consider it needing a woman's touch. Now, if he look like he's struggling and needs some help, baby, you need a woman up in here to help you out. Let me help you. Yeah.
And now, see, mine is different.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, I'm not going to say that because if he's comfortable, that's his space. So I wouldn't look at it as a woman's touch. It tells me that there's no woman there and this is his place and he ain't borrowing it or acting like that's his house. Or talk about, hey, Ma, I need you to go because I got company coming over for the house date.
You did say you were dating for a purpose.
It's a purpose, right? That's not dating. Dating with a purpose has nothing to do with me changing you.
You bring change. I have to change for you.
You shouldn't.
Mel, we go over this 20
No,
times a
you
show.
shouldn't. You
Me
shouldn't.
and Cornell play PlayStation every
Dormant.
night.
Okay, so Fatima said dormitory clean. Here's the deal because I'm looking at the time. You should not have to change for anyone because what I'm not going to do is what you see is what you get. I'm telling you off top, this is how I am. So don't think that, oh, okay, well, maybe she's not like that. Maybe she will eat some liver. I said I don't like liver. Thank you. Don't serve me liver. The end. So you saying, oh, he needs a woman's touch. My thing is, I will never insert myself except if I'm giving some advice and it's gone too far. I do, but I'll wait for you to ask. And usually the question is, hey, I was decorating in here. What do you think I should do? Then I'll suggest something. But if you're comfortable in that and this is your space, who am I to come in and tell you how comfortable or uncomfortable you are?
Because it will be our space at one point. And I know I have to facilitate your happiness.
But
Because
there's
what
usually a
made me happy is me, Derek Clark, play Madden every night
you keep using that. Okay, that makes
because
you
I have to change because I'm with you.
no, you don't. And
Okay.
see, that's the difference. And that's exactly what I'm saying, but you don't listen to that. You hear what you want to hear. And
I
that,
can't hear
like
anything.
I said, if I came over to your house and
Uh-huh.
you, Derek or Cornell, play PlayStation, because that's what you do,
Uh-huh.
that's what you do. So I'm walking in knowing that that's what you do. Who am I to come in and say, hey, listen, they got to go? I'm not going to do that.
So when we get to a couple, since we serious now,
Mhm.
think Derek and Cornell can still come over every
Yeah,
day?
why not?
Mel, you one in a million. I see you, Nick, but I'm marrying Mel because me, D, and hey, bring over the beer, bring over the chickens. Derek was on chicken this week. Cornell bring beer every
Okay.
night this week. I
What I
gotta
don't see a
change. I
problem
gotta
with that
change.
though. I
Huh?
don't see a problem with that.
Who? Well,
If
you
that's
asked.
what y'all do, that's what y'all do. Just
Gotcha.
And here's the thing, though. A lot of times, so I understand where he's going. A lot of times, you have where this is how it was going, and then the woman comes in and she was like, okay, well, they can't do this, and they start changing everything.
We have to.
My fellow Virgo, and see, that's probably the difference. My fellow Virgo said, women be happy for men that has his own. Fact that this is your space, this is your space. But one thing you got to understand is almost like there's a story in how the wife becomes the other woman. So you guys make sure you tune into that audio drama where this situation actually occurs. And you'll have where a woman will see a situation and then come in and try to change it and then don't understand why he's not happy with you. Well, you're trying to change me instead of changing you, or not even signing up for this. Because me, video games, that's a turnoff to me. So I already know that's why it's different. So whatever it is you do, but I understood your analogy. If I see somebody and I know, okay, these dudes always at the house, here you go. In my mind, to fix the situation is there's a man cave. Boom, I don't have to deal with that. Where they at? They're there. Problem solved. Because this is who he's going to be. And I don't want him to change from who he was because that's what attracted me to him.
Mel.
Now, otherwise, you're not going to date anybody that really, you know what I mean? If you see something, you be like, if I see somebody dirty, I see shoes, I am this person. If I see shoes that are not, and it is petty, that are like crooked kicked offs over to the side, that drives me nuts. I have to like put it together. That's how you can, air quotes, change someone because they'll tend to see, how did my shoes get put together? Okay, I noticed that she did that. Kick them off again. Boom, I'm gonna put them together. Eventually, they'll just say, "Let me put these," and they will be together. Okay, this is what she does. We know that she don't like it because she keeps fixing it.
That's me changing for you.
That right. So those are the little tweaks of compromise. Like, okay, but here's the thing: most guys like something minor like that, they probably don't even realize it because it doesn't bother them.
We don't.
But if your house is nasty and it stinks, I'm not the maid, and I'm not getting off work to go to work.
Right.
That's my thing. All right, listen. It was a great show, great topic. And house dates, I've noticed that house dates keep things personal, although you have to actually know the person before you invite them to your home. You don't, the way things are going, but like I said, you got to know the person, but the way things are going to maintain safety or control, you got to read the vibes because if they stalkerish, now they know where you live at. Okay, so that's what you got to watch out for as well. But when you have those house dates, that's how you keep your business and your personal life private. You know what I'm saying? By not letting people know or going out of town like you normally do. I ain't telling you how to creep or nothing like that. But before you let them to your house, make sure they are not a creep. Okay? So Today's footnote is change happens at the end of your comfort zone. So it's all right to try something new, right? And again, check out, you know what? Check me out right now. Star 94.7. Hit that like button. Appreciate it because it keeps throwing the algorithm in there. 947-star.com. If you are not in the area, if you are in the area 94.7, your girl is on till 3 p.m. Then we have the pivot, like Nick said. So the pivot is from 3 to 5. 3 to 5, you got your favorite podcasters and the audio drama, How the Wife Becomes the Other Woman. That will be on too. So from 3 to 5, check it out. You'll hear a few of the favorite podcasters that are on Star 94.7. How the
And
Wife
you will
Becomes
hear
the
your
Other Woman.
corrected voice.
Wait a minute, please. How the Wife Becomes the Other Woman. You can find that at Balboa Press, Amazon.com, and Barnes and Noble. Book was written in 2014, audio drama done in 2017, and you guys get to listen to it at Star 94.7. Again, that's 947-star.com for you out of towners or if you at work. Check us out. All right. All right. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Shut up.
Chop
Chop,
talk.
chop.
I guess that was me too, huh?
All right, one more. 1, 2, 3. Shut
Chop
up.
Chop, chop.
That's better.